What's up? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why an ego death is necessary to grow. I'm glad you can read the title. Okay, so an ego, what is it? An ego is someone's own interpretation of themselves. To have a higher ego means you have an exaggerated and conceited sense of self-importance that often involves a lack of empathy, a need for constant validation, and an inability to handle criticism for the longest time. Whether or not you want to admit it, you have an ego, I have an ego.
We all have an ego.
For instance, in school, I was bullied severely almost all my life, and it generated a false sense of reality. It made me think it doesn't matter how nice you are, people will always hate you. But for me,
It was just because I was fat.
I used to get beat and names called too much. It got so bad in middle school, I eventually told my mother. I had bruising all over my body, and she made me do an anonymous report. Zena, stop. Okay, I'm gonna let my dog in real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, where were we?
Okay, so I was bruising all over my body. I had to do an anonymous report. My mom made me. I still had friends, but I had a
Low ego or low self-esteem. It wasn't until later when I decided to take my health seriously and started going to the gym and skateboarding a lot in high school. My ego raised.
Well, I started skating in 7th grade, but let's not get into that now.
But my ego raised pretty high because I transformed into the person I thought I wanted to be. But I was miserable, always seeking validation, always pleasing people. Look up what it means to please people. I'll put it right here. Being a people pleaser
Sucks. Don't do that, because everyone does that.
I would do things, say things, and was becoming the things I never wanted for myself. And then I surrounded myself with like-minded individuals. So did we ever think there was anything wrong? No. All these individuals I had friendships with were built off hate or drugs, like drug bonds. And those aren't real friends. There wouldn't be one hangout where we wouldn't talk shit or we wouldn't be doing some shit. You can talk shit with your friends, but it wasn't friendly banter. Like I like to describe talking shit like stabbing each other. You're supposed to stab, take the knife out. Now I get stabbed, and you take the knife out, back and forth, you know? But me and my friends, we would
Turn the knife and it hurts. It hurts.
So my junior and senior year, I thought I was the shit, bro. I was like 225 buff. My max bench was 250, so I was being glazed by all the dudes in my school and getting the attention I wanted from females. Again, just seeking validation. I was already validated at home or loved at home by my mother, but I looked for love anywhere else because at the time I thought my mother's love was situational. So I never wanted to accept it. Huge ego because I was buff. I was smoking too much weed, so I could give a fuck about anything. I would always tell everyone I'm invincible. Nothing can stop me. I would do crazy fat rips off the cart, do other drugs just to make people be like, wow, this guy's crazy. Was it worth it? Not at all. I don't even talk to anybody really from high school because they all stayed stagnant. But again, that's a choice. In January, my so-called invincible self got hit with a pretty major surgery, not just under one armpit, under both. And the skin is very stretchy right there, so any kind of movement, any kind, would reopen my wounds, causing me to bleed out for months and just basically be a vegetable. Again, I tried to run the weed, didn't help. Actually set me back a little. I lost my memory, but that's another story for another time. All right. So the thing grounding me at the time was the gym. My friends, drugs, all of this was taken from me in an instance. Boom, my ego was shattered. I lose all my muscle mass, lost a lot of weight, and I even began to lose myself. It was a constant battle for months, but I'm still here. Thank you, Lord. If I wanted to do what I originally wanted, which was go enlist, but for the wrong reasons, I was angry, wanted to let my anger out on these people, and I could care less if I live or die. Do you think God wanted this for me? No. At the time, I was running away from God. I was like, I'm young. I'll worry about God when I'm older. So just as Jonah ran away from God, I was. And God sent
A mother freaking whale.
I never asked for it, but I got it. My ego shattered. I couldn't even converse with my peers or family because I was so encapsulated by my own mind, a slave to my mind. My mom would always say, you're living too much in your head. Life is going to pass you by. And boy, I was immobile for a few months.
And she was right.
I had to sit back and watch all my friends do stuff without me, graduate without me, just a lot of meaningful stuff I missed out because of this.
But could this have been avoided? Maybe, maybe not. But I'm glad it happened. It really helped make me just romanticize my life more and just have an overall greater appreciation for everyone and everything, making me understand that everyone is capable of love, but it's whether or not they choose to accept it and reciprocate it. So now I truly believe we are all equals except for God. We are nothing and God is everything, but that's just how I want to live my life, for God. I try to live for myself and it went to shit. Even just trying to be more like God has improved my quality of life. Any kind of negativity I try to cut out of my life because it's unnecessary. It brings me down and it drains me. I forever thought I was antisocial, but I just like protecting my peace and surrounding myself with those that help elevate or maintain that peace. Who would have thought a positive person would live a more positive life? Oh no, the bean's gone. One last thing I wanted to add was that if you truly want to live a new life, a new perspective, then you must die. You must sacrifice something, which is your old self. That is what I mean by an ego death. If you look up ego death, it'll sound completely different from what I'm talking about in this video. But I mean, you must sacrifice your old life to live the new one, whether or not that be religious. For me, I don't believe in religion, but it was for Jesus that I sacrificed my old life for this new one. And it's a constant struggle every day, and sometimes I do fall. That's why I'm imperfect, and that's why I need God. But I love you guys. I love you all. Goodbye. And so does God.